How closely do y'all watch comedians? Weird question, I know, but we're pondering on the patio. How closely do you watch comedians? Like, I'm always in constant awe of comedians, performers, folks who are on stage and can perform so well and work in their craft so well. And it's just a fascinating thing that I'm a huge fan of comedians and love Martin Lawrence, Steve Harvey, the kings of comedy and all that. Chris Tucker, just so many comedians that really are hilarious. I'm just reflecting on watching Cat Williams in high school. Cryptic kind of like. Anyway, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I bring up the concept of comedians because obviously there are a set of group of folks who practice their craft so well to deliver a joke, to have stage presence, to help carry a story well for folks to stay engaged, to speak truth, and to make people laugh, right? And as I'm processing myself becoming a better speaker, a lot of it does rely learning how to use words properly. A lot of it relies on the capabilities of captivating an audience, telling a great story, drawing people in using relatable contexts and spaces that they can latch on and connect to, and simplify a point so well that they can latch onto it and capture it, and it'll be memorable for them moving forward beyond the engagement, right? And it's not to say that I'm out here going to be telling jokes, because I think I'm funny, but I ain't that funny. I'm intrigued to be studying comedians more so just to learn the structure of how they tell a joke. And I picked up on a small piece of it just recently. We were watching a comedy special, and it's like, okay, so you say the thesis, then you explain what that thesis means to them, then you tell the story, and then you have the resolution. Like the punchline is kind of in that mix, right? And that's a very loose generality of how to tell a joke. But as I was watching some of these comedians, that's kind of the flow that they were getting at. All that to say is, I think it's really important for us to study other disciplines to help form our own craft. I think it's valuable that we don't just stay in our own lane, in our own industry, just to gain insights, but to look out in other aspects of the other industries out there, and what is successful for them, and why is it successful, and what are some of the tips and tactics that you could pull into your own industry that will make you stand out. Because I have heard a lot of speakers watch comedians to help in their stage presence in learning how to make a performance and captivate an audience. I've seen that before. I'm also personally looking a lot into education, into the educational field, not only how to structure a curriculum or a lesson, but the theory and the concepts that are in the education field are like, it's already there. So how do we translate that into the business sector? And more importantly, more specifically, the people and culture sector, to help build cultural awareness and build our DEI lens with this leadership positions. Like, I shared that with a client the other day. It's like, yeah, I get a lot of my content from education because they've already, they're like, that's the field. They'd study these concepts. And now the goal is to, for me at least, is to how do I understand the theory and put it into practice within the business sector. Another area is in ministry, in faith. How do I understand Christ and what Christ, the principles that Christ showed in the Bible, leverage that in the way that we build relationships with one another in the workplace. And now I'm gonna try to be a comedian. So I just want to encourage you all, as you're pondering with me, what are the other industries out there that intrigue you, that you can learn from, and that you can pull into the industry that you're a part of to make you stand out? You know, who is it? What artist are you looking at? What content creator are you looking at? What books are you reading that's not in your genre? Where do you go to gain inspiration? And how do you leverage that inspiration to say, yo, what would that look like here? And how dope would that be? Yeah. Because there's a lot of great concepts out there that we should be leveraging. Nothing's new under the sun. Hence me sitting under the sunset. So how do we leverage those resources? I don't know. If you find me catching a joke on a Pondering on a Patio, you know it's because I've been watching a lot of comedians. But till next time, ponder with me and I ponder with you. Let's ponder together.